Hi, I'm Steve Garrett, and I want to share with you a leadership lab for your RALA program. It's called the Egg Drop Lab, and it's very similar to a tower or bridge building activity that's used in a lot of leadership training activities. But that doesn't matter what the gadget that the participants are asked to build is. The purpose is to stimulate participants to work together in thinking and doing the exercise. It's somewhat of a problem solving exercise. My take on this lab is it's got an additional feature that we'll talk about in a minute that makes it a little more interesting than a lot of the tower or bridge building or egg drop experiences that other leadership programs use. Now, the staffing required for this is essentially three people. You need one person to be the moderator, leader, explains the whole thing, kind of keeps an eye on everybody. Another person to be in charge of the storekeeper. And a third person who will be in charge of the final judging to determine who was successful and who was not. The materials needed, well, if you want to get a copy of the white paper, www.ryla.stevegarrett.com, it's got a list in there. It's somewhat comprehensive, and it works well. But you don't have to adhere to any one list, and you can be flexible and creative in your own way, and whoever's running it. The timing on this lab is about an hour, and that seems to be about right. A little bit of time to design your gadget, a little bit of time to build your gadget, and a little bit of time to test your gadget. You start the exercise off by sharing with the students a table loaded with the materials and the tools that we'll use to be building their gadget. And the rules are explained. One of the rules is you can't use anything that's not coming from that table. You can't go out and find sticks outside or take things out of your backpack. It's what's on the table. That's what you're limited to. The idea is that you're going to build a device that is going to allow you to drop an egg from a second floor down to the ground. And one of the things that's a little different on this is that we're going to give them a budget, and you can make it whatever you want, say $100,000, and you can give them funny money, Monopoly money, play money, or you can just give them the storekeeper keep a ledger of what they buy and how much it costs. And the materials are on the table, and there's a price list that is clearly marked as to what each one of those pieces of materials cost during the design phase. And the materials are for sale at the posted prices, and all sales are final. And that's where it gets kind of interesting, because and there's things on the table that you can rent, scissors or whatever tools that you can rent. Where this gets interesting, as I said, the prices are posted at the beginning, but my take on this is it's kind of fun if prices don't stay the same. And this is sort of fun for the Rotarians who are running the program, and it's kind of fun for the students who can't understand that things are in back order, the supply chain is in trouble, that the supplier is on strike. So it provides a little bit of an added challenge and maybe a little bit of humor. Then the group is given a sufficient amount of time to design their gadget and a sufficient amount of time to build their gadget. And, probably 20, 25 minutes is required for the design and construction part of the whole thing. You can work out your own schedule, but after the time is allocated for the design and the building, then you go to the test where you drop it. And the fact that you're not just testing a device that successfully drops an egg from the second floor, but you're doing it with a certain amount of money. And as always, the debriefing questions. That's where the participants learn about what we were hoping that they would learn from an exercise like this. And so this is a good lab. It's been one of the more successful of my RILA program. And in one way or another, it's a lab that I've seen at a lot of other RILA programs. I think what's terribly unique about the way I recommended it is the fact that you are changing prices and things are going on back order. But it's a good lab. Students seem to come away with some positive results. So thank you.